Good afternoon, everyone. So I'm here today as another Lockdown Lowdown with Kevin Kavanagh. So he's a local business owner here in Bedford. So he runs the Frescoes branch and the Bedford coffee shop. We are here to just have a quick chat just to see how Kevin's staying positive and how the lockdown has had an impact on himself and the business in Bedford, really. So thanks for joining us today, Kevin. I appreciate
That's
you.
my pleasure. If I could also add that I own the Blue Glass in St Peter Street. It's the wine bar, wine shop. So it's Frescoes and it's also the Blue Glass in St Peter Street.
There we go, fantastic. And I'll delve into that a bit further on, just with regards to what we've had a chat about previously as well. So yeah, thanks again for joining us. One of the main questions was, obviously, this year's been a crazy year, as we all know. And obviously the type of industry that you're in, having to be closed because of hospitality closing down, how has lockdown had an impact on yourself?
Well, like most other businesses, it's had a huge impact. Both businesses are very strong businesses, both the coffee house, Frescoes, and the wine bar, which is the Blue Glass. We're currently closed. The Blue Glass has been closed since March, and I very much doubt if it'll open until next March, so that'll be closed for a year. We also, however, we have an online presence, so people can buy their wine online, and we've currently got 10% off of that. And that gets delivered free of charge. Frescoes is currently locked down, albeit that we opened from about July time until about a couple of weeks ago, and we were absolutely knocked out by the amount of support that we got when we opened. I don't think you quite realise how much your little business is quite a big part of a lot of people's lives. It's a tapestry of our lives, and we all have our little habits and things that we like to do. And we've been very moved by the support that we've been had. The team have been fantastic. They've been with me for some time now. Obviously, the first lockdown was very, very scary because none of us had been there before. But this last one, if you like, has been not so scary because it's just for a month. So we knew roughly what was going to go on, so that the scariness was taken apart. But what's been left, of course, is you've got a business now that's not taking any sales and is, like all businesses, struggling for survival. It's as simple as that, really. From a personal perspective, I've kept busy doing wine deliveries locally. I'm a musician, so I play at home quite often. I'm growing a beard because I think it's November, where men are supposed to wear beards, and it's beginning to be very, very unattractive and very, very itchy. But in times like this, and I don't think any of us have been in times like this, and I don't think there's anybody at all who's been shielded from this this particular issue. But in times like this, I've already remembered some of the things I was taught when I was a kid, and that was to stay positive. And it's not what you go through in life, it's how you come out the other end.
That's it, and I think that's it. The golden thing there is actually staying positive, isn't it? And what is it you've been doing throughout, say, lockdown to keep yourself positive?
Well, what's been quite strange about this issue is that the COVID issue has stopped us talking about the weather. Us tend to, every time we meet each other, say, "What a lovely day it is," or "What a horrible day," or "It's too wet, too foggy, too something."
Yeah.
And you don't often hear that, but I do find that the weather plays a huge part. It's a beautiful day today, and it lifts your spirits, being able to go out in the sun rather than going out in the cloud and the fog and the mist and the rain. So the weather plays a big part. The other part is that, of course, you truly value, and you always do, but in particular times like this, you truly value your friends and your family and the people that you love and that are close to you. And that's something that's really good and important.
Yeah, definitely. And like you say, even though it's virtual at the minute, like we're doing now virtually, you still try and reach out to those people. I'm guessing is what you're trying to say, isn't it? Like, regardless of anything, like we might not be able to see people in person at this moment in time, but there is still ways to meet people like that we've learnt throughout the past 8-9 months, really, haven't we?
Absolutely, we've learnt new skills in IT, especially me.
Yeah.
I'm from a generation that wasn't brought up with these sort of things, so here I am on Zoom. I have various sort of meetings on Zoom, business meetings, but also, during lockdown periods, I get to see my grandchildren on Zoom, and the people I love, my friends and family, which is good. So, there is always a way round trying to get things done, and it's about being positive and looking for new ways of doing things, I guess.
Yeah, definitely, and I think we'll keep doing it going forwards. Just delving into a bit about, 'cause I know when hospitality actually opened back up, I saw that you did the Eat Out for Help Out as well. How did you find that? Did that work well, or?
Yeah, it did. Yeah, I've been. I know there's a school of. We all come from a different direction, I guess, and we all have different views, but. I'm very supportive of what the government's done for small businesses. The furlough, I don't quite know where either business would go if it wasn't for the furlough and for the grants. That's been tremendous. God, I would hate to be in the position calling these shots at a top government level. I mean, you're not going to please everybody. That's the facts.
That's it.
But from a personal point of view, yes, of course we could do things better. We can always do things better, but you learn by that sort of thing. But I'm relatively pleased with what's happened. It's certainly helped us keep both businesses afloat, and it gives us a platform in the future to then get business back to where it should be.
That's good, and fingers crossed, and say that today is what we can do. 'Cause we want to make you awareness that you are still out there. You still got your two businesses, and you wanting to make sure people can still get things where they can. Like you mentioned about your blue glass business, you've got an offer. You just briefly told me about the service that you've got, which is your online service.
Yeah, we have generally when we're properly open, we have a wine shop where we sell wines, retail wines, so you can come in, buy wines and get advice and knowledge from wines, and take them home. And we have a sit-down operation as well, where we do charcuterie, handmade cheeses, pâtés, all the things that's associated with a glass of wine. Yeah. And we're very popular. We're directly opposite Pizza Express, currently closed. But as I was saying earlier, there's always a way of finding different ways of doing things. So we now have a very, very good online shop where you can go online, see all the wines that we provide, and the spirits. There's 10% off currently because we're in collaboration with a business called Bedford Food Guide, which is a high influencer within our region, and that's going very, very well. And I deliver the following day free of charge up to a radius of 5 miles. If anybody's got a big order and they live further away, then by negotiation we can do something for them. Yeah. And so that's the other thing that's been occupying me, is delivering pretty much every day wines to people at home.
Just keeping busy with that, then that's a good thing. Just with that offer as well, because we work with a company where we've got our current clients on board, so all of our tenants have got access to a platform where we can promote. So it's different offers available. So we can work with like local businesses like yourself, create some sort of platform, like a logo to put onto this platform to then reach out to our tenants who then might be interested in, let's say, cheese and wine, for example. There's loads of people out there that love cheese and wine. Say I'm a cheese lover myself. So that's something that we could look at doing to help you create something. I'll have a chat with you later on about it, how we can create something. And then say that will get in front of our current customers as such, who will then be able to reach out and potentially purchase these things as well. So could work out really well. And say it's all about helping. There's lots of businesses like yourself that are struggling. You're having to find these new ways of working, like you've mentioned. So say if we can do our bit just to help you in that sense, say we're more than happy to try and help out where we can.
Oh, that'd be fantastic. I mean, I think people have really clicked into now, the local people have really clicked into now the fact that local businesses are the heart of the town. And I think they've been very supportive, in particular in the quarter of Mill Street, Cuthbert Street and St Peter Street. There's some fantastic independent businesses that, as I say, make up the tapestry of our town, and we all trade off each other and we all support each other, and I think that's incredibly important to do that. So thank you for that.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely fine, not a problem at all. I think, you've already mentioned this previously, but the key factors, if you had to say 3 key things for people who are going to be watching this, what to do to stay positive, what would your 3, say, nuggets, as you'd call it, what would you say, advise people?
Think of the good things you've got. I think it's very, very easy for us to always look at some of the things that we're losing out on, or suffering from. But then if you then start to sit down, maybe with a glass of wine from the blue glass, and think about some of the things you've got, like the family, your children, your grandchildren, your friends, your hobbies, then all of a sudden you begin to realize that actually we're not losing too much. We're not losing too much. And I know there's, within the scale of, people that are okay and people that are losing their jobs, losing their homes, losing their, way of living. Everybody's been affected one way or the other. But I think it's about being positive and really, really thinking about all the good things that you've got. And those are the things that are really important in life. And I think you'll also find when you do that, you'll find that the things that you've identified are the real things in life that are important.
Definitely, that's it, and that's the key thing for everyone listening, to take that away and just remember them positive things, because there is something positive just around the corner. You might not see it now, but have a little think and you'll see
everything is passing. Everything is passing.
Exactly, that's it. So no, I think that's everything. So I really do appreciate that. Thank you, Kevin.
No, I appreciate your help. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's absolutely fine. Is there anything you'd like to ask us, or?
Not really. Just thank you for thinking out this idea. It's great. It's really good. It's something that a lot of people are doing now, and part of that is if there's something good to bring out of this, it's that neighbours are talking to each other now, and businesses are talking to each other, because we realise we've got more in common than not. So thank you.
No, that's absolutely fine. Thank you again for your time today, Kevin, and thank you everyone that's watching. So please do look to reach out to the Blue Glass and help out where you can.